Good afternoon, everybody. It's Timbo Slice. I wanted to talk about the recent La Niña update from December 2nd. This is the recent, the ENSO recent evaluation, current status, and predictions from Climate Prediction Center. And I just want to show you the recent update from December 2nd. And as you can see, we continue to have a pretty healthy La Niña developing. It's not going to be a super strong La Niña. La Niña is the opposite of El Nino. It's cooler than average water temperatures, and like El Nino, it can have various effects on weather across the world, and especially here in the United States in the wintertime. You can see what happens is generally, like out west, they'll generally see drier than average conditions and more wildfires like they're getting right now. And in the east, you can get colder than average conditions with more snowstorms in like the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. And we're sort of getting into a pattern like that. And the lake effect snow is starting to set up, and with the cold front just moved through yesterday. We had record highs here in Chicago, about 64 degrees. So I don't know if we officially hit the record, but I'll have to look at that. So, yeah, this is the recent update from December 2nd, 2017. And if you saw my last video, there you can tell there's a lot more blue showing up here in the equatorial Pacific, just south of Mexico and South America. So, and this is generally where the La Niña El Nino oscillation. This is generally where that forms, and how this usually happens is it has a lot to do with trade winds. When you have weaker trade winds or lack of trade winds, that means you get a warming, and if the sea surface temperatures start to warm and they're warmer than normal, that's a weak El Nino. And when they get really warm, like what we had in 2015, 2016, that's a super El Nino. So it basically goes from weak to moderate to sometimes you get those super El Ninos. And then with a La Niña, that La Niña is the opposite. It's a cooling, and that's generally when the trade winds gets a lot stronger over the southern Pacific Ocean. They get a lot stronger, and the water is cooler than average. That's a La Niña. And so it's I can show you, like I showed on my last update here. I'm gonna show you. Hang on a minute here. Wait a minute. No. Here we go. La Niña and El Nino years. Let's take a look at this. I'm just going to show you past records, because they've been they've generally been keeping track of this for about 40, 50 years. And you can see here, here's a graphic, a chart. These are the weak El Niños. And it basically started from 1952, 53, and that's basically when they started keeping track of the El Nino and the La Nina records, and they started coming out with, and then of course over time they started coming out, with more advanced computers, and they were able to keep a better, be able to keep a better track on this kind of stuff. So here's the section for La Nina, and same thing. 1954, 1955 is when they started keeping track of the records and being able to see how it develops and things like that. And they've gotten better over time. Here's the years with the weak La Nina. Here's the years with the weak La Ninas. 1955, 1956, 1964, 65, 1971, 72, 1974, 75. So this is the section with weak La Nina. This is moderate La Ninas. 1955, 1956, 1970 to 1971, 1995 to 1996, and 2011 to 2012. Now here's this strong La Ninas, and you can see back in 2011 when we had that the Groundhog's Day blizzard here in the Chicago area. 2010, 2011 was when we had the Groundhog's Day blizzard that dumped 22 inches on the city, 22 inches of snow, and basically turned Lakeshore Drive into a parking lot. And that was known as the biggest blizzard to hit this area since 1967, with the drifts and the 60-mile-an-hour winds. We also had the thunder snow in 67, and so basically I'll continue to do updates on this. Till probably about the first day of winter. Maybe I'll give you another update in a couple weeks. So yeah, keep following my YouTube YouTube videos, and feel free to like and subscribe if you want. That's about all. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.